And welcome to the Direwolves Den, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be continuing the Eternal Hands of Fate storyline. Last we left off, the party was in a town being laid siege to by hobgoblins. Roman was speaking with the man in charge of the town, a very religious man who worships the same god as Roman does, the Eternal Fate. So, before we kick things off, I would like each of you to introduce yourselves, the character you are playing.
Oh, no.
And today we have a new addition with the small child.
He's back.
Playing an Asian.
He's back.
Playing an Asian.
Ben, you want to start over there?
Not all
go-
monks have to be Asian.
But this one is.
Oh, that.
His name is Lee.
It's kind of assumed. Well, I'm Ben, and I play the Yuan-Ti Pureblood Warlock by the name of Nitsun, and I worship
Bunch
the...
of Asians.
Oi! I worship the Third Absolute by the name of Mishimbor.
Mishimor.
Uh,
You want to give him your full title? This is going to take a while.
His title is Melda the Lost.
no, I'm not. I'm Alex. I'm playing the half-orc bard Meldor, son of Keldar, the escapist, bard of Starkland, heir to the treasure hoard of Obakhad and the sacred stove of Murag himself.
As you have seen on previous episodes, I'm back. I'm Chase. I am playing Lee Melvin Kloonser, the Asian
The last
dwarf
part of
monk.
your name does not exist.
Tells me my part.
Pennywinkle.
Teddy, what?
I'm Roman. I'm playing Vincent Thornton, the half-elf paladin, who is proving very problematic in this campaign.
You're so vanilla.
So, speaking of problems,
Speaking of
Ben,
problems.
you're outside the town.
Outside town.
Oh, yeah, we dumped
draped
you.
over the back of this riding horse, and you can see the small hobgoblin ships sailing up into the port, and you can see the hobgoblins dismounting as they begin to set fires to the houses they pass. Do you attempt to enter the town?
You gotta go all in.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess I have to...
So right now the main gate is locked,
okay.
but the guards aren't really focusing on you. So how are you going to try to open this up? Or you could try to go around the wall and swim in through the same place the hobgoblin ships came in.
I don't trust me swimming. I'm probably gonna drown.
Snakes have a tendency to do. I
There are
would
like
think,
water
anyway.
snakes.
No, snakes are
Yeah,
very...
there are, but are they buoyant?
Yes.
Not if you hold their head under for long enough.
Not
The
if you're
majority
Ben.
of snakes, even
Wait, Ben, are you
non-aquatic,
cold-blooded?
can hold their
I
breath
believe
for quite
so.
a while.
Are Yuan-Ti cold?
I said for long enough.
They're pure-blooded. That's all that matters.
That's all that
There's
matters.
always
Are-
long enough.
Are Yanti cold-blooded?
Yes. Yanti, like him, might not be, because he's not. He's really more human than he is snake.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that depends on the particular pure blood. What are you doing?
So what type of... Is it just like a wooden gate, like a door type
It's
of
like a
thing?
big wooden wall with those sharpened tops at the top of each log. Chase, are you on your phone? Oh, you're looking at the player's handbook. Never mind. I'm not going to give you any crap. And then there's a wooden gate.
A wooden beam?
Wooden gate.
Wooden gate.
Kind of like double doors. Usually
Yeah.
there's a guard on each side that pulls them open. But there are handles on the outside.
So
And right now there's no barricade in the way, from what you can tell.
Is there like a little door for foot traffic?
No.
So-
These aren't like huge. These are like, each door is like 5 feet by 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
So it's locked.
No, what I'm saying is there's no barricade.
Okay, so could
There's
I try
no
and
lock.
I could try to open it and go
With an athletics check. They are big, heavy wooden doors.
in? You gotta try.
You don't need a lot here.
I-
but it is
I'm still not strong. That's a 15. I guess
15
I
to
can
do it, yeah. Okay. So you push open the doors to see the hobgoblin throwing a group of hostages in the middle of the town. And as they do, their leader starts to say something. Before we get to that, your party is at, the rest of the party is at the town hall, except for Chase, who is currently elsewhere. So Roman and Alex, or Meldor and Vincent, I should say. You two are at the town hall being escorted by the mayor. And as you are coming out, you see the hobgoblins beginning to throw people into this pile, where they're also throwing timber and little pieces of paper and sails and burnable material into this pile.
Why are they throwing sails in?
They're like messed up, damaged,
Oh, okay.
unusable. And it seems like they have some sort of person in charge. And this commander of sorts, his armor has kind of gold trim along the outside, and his sword looks a lot fancier. It's got, gemstones encrusted upon the hilt. And he draws it and says, "You are to meet our demands, or we will burn your people and savage your farms.
Savage.
I would like to speak to the commander of this establishment."
Should I cast
And it
Tasha's
seems like he's having
Laughter?
a little bit of difficulty with common.
Oh, yeah.
So, and you can hear this too, Ben. You're about 50 feet away. The party's maybe 30. Or the rest of the party, I should say. So, the mayor steps forward with this horn and says, "What are your demands?" And the hobgoblin, very loudly, so that all of you can hear, says, "We are to retrieve the spies that come forth from our nation by the names of Nitsun, Meldor, and Vincent. They're to go immediately back into our control at all costs. These are our orders." And the mayor immediately looks at the two of you. And makes
Can I roll an insight?
check.
Do we gotta run?
You can. I'm not sure why.
To see if we're actually spies?
No.
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
You're an idiot.
You
I'm
do
an idiot.
have-
I am an idiot.
You do have his sigil burnt into the back of your hand.
I knew I should lay on hands that off.
So does
Um,
Alex. So does
well,
Mitsu.
So we might have to skip town.
Can I have my phone back? I need my spell book.
Where is your proof that we are spies?
There's no proof.
There's no proof.
They're all wrong.
So I will be casting. Just a moment.
Come on, can't we just talk this out, guys?
No. I don't. Well, actually, I would much rather talk, but I don't have time since normally you side with one and barter with the other, but they're both out to kill me.
The
Then you
Duke
kill
of the
both.
town, the mayor, looks back at Meldor and Vincent and says, "You wore fate's colors in
I didn't.
blasphemy? In betrayal?" And then he lets out a very long string of curse words in Dwarvish. He's going to push you towards the hobgoblins. Would you like to contest his push?
I would like to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on that man.
You're going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the mayor?
On the mayor. I really couldn't care less about these people. I really couldn't.
What's your alignment?
Lawful neutral. Meldor is not very self-confident, and he doesn't exactly like the position he's in right now.
I feel like my character wouldn't really contest the push. I feel like he feels really
You
defeated,
just-
and he really doesn't He really doesn't know what to say at this point.
That's not the paladin way of thinking.
You get pushed into death and you're just like,
He's
oh
not
well.
really.
They're the heretics here.
He's not really declared a paladin yet.
You call him
yeah.
a blasphemer.
He hasn't even taken an oath. Right now, he's an acolyte.
I would like to take an oath.
So,
Heresy against the God Emperor
Roman.
must be crushed.
you're pushed towards the hobgoblins, and one of them comes forward, and puts its arm around, or puts its hand around your arm. As it does so, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
16. You fail. With a smile on his face, Roman bows to the hobgoblins and calmly walks, and then begins to march back to the ship.
I'm gonna run away. Yeah, I'm going to try and make my way as, across town as fast as possible. I'm running. I'm sprinting away from these people.
Okay. The mayor is going to try to use his opportunity attack to grapple you as you pass. Make contested strength.
Does he really want to do this?
He doesn't want everyone in his town to be burned to death. You beat an 18? Or not an 18.
No.
Plus proficiency, 21. So he
Wait,
grabs
you get to use proficiency too.
Yes. A war cleric would have proficiency.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Wait, what's that in? Is that in grapple?
it's athletics.
Oh, athletics. No.
You can make acrobatics to escape it as well. So he's going to grab you, and then he's going to push you towards the hobgoblins. He says, I don't need your scum in my town. I don't need your lies. We have enough to deal with here with just the hobgoblins. We don't need spies and traitors, too.
I'm going to turn.
You're going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wait. Do the hobgoblins grab for me?
Yep.
Or is he just being a little jerk?
I don't know. One of the hobgoblins goes to
Okay,
reach
I'm
out
gonna
for
hold
you.
on to the mayor.
You're
As-
going to contest the push.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll do that.
That's another 21.
Use this. Okay. Nat 20.
Whew. Whew.
All right, so you're going to try to fight the mayor now?
There was a 5% chance. Might as well. Okay, yeah.
He's just
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
push him back.
Okay,
I don't like
that's
this guy.
another contest. And this is, you're going to roll for initiative at this point. Ben, do you want to roll for initiative?
I'm in a different world right now.
You're 30 feet away. Oh, that's the other thing. Before this turns into a fight, what are you doing?
So there's the two hobgoblins. They're pushing around. That you said they were pushing around civilians, pretty much.
They're pushing around what? They're pushing civilians into this pile that they're kind of stood around. And several of them are holding torches around this pile as one of them pours oil over it.
Ooh.
Drink the oil.
What?
Shut.
Not all people are Romans.
And one of them, are you trying to be stealthy?
But
I was
I'm
thinking so, yeah.
Okay, I want you to make a stealth check versus
19
Plus
plus
perception checks.
22.
Okay. Only one of the 5 facing you sees you. He got a natural 20.
You got a natural 20? Okay, so.
So he sees you and calls out to you. Don't worry anymore, Nitsun. You can come home now. And in your head, you hear, either come over to us, or we will burn all of these people.
They're just people.
Let me see this.
What's the
Yep,
alignment
yep,
again?
they're just people.
I'm like, neutral evil.
Yep, they're just people. Essentially have ASPD. If you know what that is.
Wait, which one's somatic?
Somatic is arms.
Signs.
That's okay. Just
Arms and legs. I would like to see a spellcaster. That's a bard. They use their legs. They do a little
a
jig.
little jig.
Yeah.
The little pelvis waddle of the Presley.
But sexual gyration
That's right.
of the
Stop
hips.
that.
Stop
Um,
that.
Roman, let me just check if you get to make another wisdom saving throw every turn. Do-do-do-do-do. I don't think so. Okay.
I'm just out of this fight.
Yeah, so you march over to their ship and you feel your mind being dominated as the hobgoblin marches next to you, whispering orders, and you hear. You go down to the bottom floor, or not the bottom floor, but to like the below deck of the ship, and you lock yourself in manacles and then crawl into like what is basically like a little, like this dog-sized cage, and close yourself in and lock it and then throw the key out.
Okay. Wonderful. Should have pushed that mare.
You're also a half elf, so you get bonuses on mind affecting spells. Just saying.
That's his thing to remember. It's too late now.
Yeah.
Wait now.
You probably wouldn't pass the save anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to use my Eldritch Sight to see how much, like, if it's a very strong signal of magic coming from the
The
hobgoblin.
detect magic thing?
Yeah.
Detect magic doesn't determine power, but kind of determine.
Yeah, if there is.
Yes, you notice that several of the hobgoblins have glyphs of warding on their hands,
Ooh.
and it's using enchantment magic.
Well, considering what my dream consisted of, I think my character would want to stay away from anything that tells him to obey. So,
I forgot all about that.
yes, I think my character is going to be a little bit like, I'm going to need to get away. So he's going to kind of
So you're gonna turn tail and run.
Probably,
Are
yes.
you doing the same thing, Alex? Now that you've escaped the grapple.
Yeah, I'm running.
Okay. So
Bye,
you're going to
guys.
run around the hobgoblins or through them.
I'm gonna try and run. Actually, let's see what this spell
It's
does.
gonna be acrobatics to run through them.
I'm gonna run around them.
Okay. So I want you to make either acrobatics or athletics as you're trying to jump over houses and dodge your way out of them.
Okay.
Actually, you're both running.
Yeah.
Let's make this a skill challenge.
Oh,
Oh boy.
do I get to input?
No.
No, you're already locked in a cage.
So, by the way, you're locked in a cage next to, what are you, a dwarf?
Yes.
Oh boy.
When Corey accidentally spoils it.
Next to a dwarf with this huge puddle of drool outside of his dog cage. And he's got like this little,
wanted it.
like, doggy bowl of liquor.
Oh,
You can smell it from the, like 5 or 10 feet away that you are. And he just kind of looks up at you and winks.
Got this. Okay.
And he looks,
Should have pushed that bear.
he looks like he's from a faraway land. He's dressed in strange clothes and strange robes.
Smells real weird too.
So, you two,
Of curry.
as you run, the bodies are set afire, and the stronger hobgoblins start throwing at you. You can use. Oh, yes!
They're what?
The stronger hobgoblins start to throw the flaming people at you.
Arrows, javelins,
Oh, no, they have
slings.
crossbows. They're
You
doing
could
that
use
too.
those, but no. You pick up a body and throw it at somebody. That'll work.
I've done
Well,
that.
I mean, like bugbears and stuff is what we're talking here.
It only human body. It's only what 160 pounds.
Hopefully this
picking up the
works
smaller
equally as
ones.
well as it did then.
Hopefully it doesn't.
So, you two
Did
have
not
to
work
make
well then.
either 5 successes or 3 failures using any skills of your choosing. You can only use any particular skill twice.
Each of us can use it twice or together.
Each of you can use it twice.
oh yeah,
shit.
boy.
So, for those of you in the audience, as these two think about what they want to use, unfamiliar with a skill challenge. A skill challenge is something where they have to use the skills associated with their ability scores to overcome some sort of difficulty. As the town is bursting into flames around you, you two have to find an escape route either into the water or out of the city gates, maneuvering your way around the hobgoblins and around the city guard. While all of this is happening, the town is also collapsing into chaos around you. So they have to think of ways to use strength-based, dexterity-based, charisma-based, constitution-based, etc. skills to overcome this obstacle.
Are there rag checks? Yes, there are rag checks.
So I'm going to give you two about 2 minutes to think about the certain skills that you want to use in this skill challenge. And while they do that, why don't you two tell me what you are doing in the hold of this boat?
Do I have my wits about me yet?
Oh yeah, you've been released from the spell. And you still have all of your equipment, but you find it incredibly difficult to reach as you're in a dog-sized cage.
I'm going to do a perception check on where the hell I am.
You know. You don't know like the name of the ship, but you woke up here and there were hobgoblins. You're like, okay, I'm on a hobgoblin raiding ship.
Well, that was obvious.
Do you mean like the geographical location?
Possibly.
You can make an intelligence check for that, sure.
Well, this isn't going to go well. 12.
12? Okay. You're somewhere.
What was that?
You're somewhere in the north of Destus. You were traveling north from Labe Alquimar, which is a human settlement in the plains. So, going by the temperature and the humidity that you can feel in the air, you're somewhere north of Mount Celestia, which is in the center of the continent. So, in one of these 3 countries.
Oh, wait.
So I guess I'll turn to the dwarf and I'll say, who are you? Who are you? Why are you here? Why am I here? I just ask him who he is.
My name is Lee Melvin Clunster. I am Dovrish monk. A land far, far away.
And I am Vincent Thornton. I don't know. I am
You
a
need to
half-elf
stop.
paladin. Any idea how we're gonna get out of this mess?
No.
No?
Well, you two are welcome to continue to quietly talk to each other, but in the meantime, what's the first thing that you two are
We
going
will
to do?
find a way.
So I have a question.
My young, my young friend.
How
No, you
close am I
cannot.
to the
Do not-
fire?
Do not
Fire?
come.
Yeah.
You
You're
are,
30 feet away.
you are weak. Like
No, no, you
pastry.
have moved closer, maybe 15.
Bend under pressure.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
The hobgoblins are
Eaten by
pretty
those great
tightly
things.
knit around it.
Understand
I'm going to.
these,
Can I
and you
do
will
an action?
find.
Before you do anything,
Okay.
I'm gonna bardic
understand none of what
inspiration
you
you.
just
The
said.
people who haven't been knocked out and thrown into this pile are running throughout the streets trying to collect their
don't believe
belongings
you.
and their friends' belongings and escape.
It's okay. I'm going to as well.
A small mob is starting to form at the city gate.
Okay. Well, I'm
I
going.
have some friends who are gonna come in.
During one of our earlier expeditions, we picked up some
do not
red
need to be
powder
saved.
from some
I
goblin
have felt
cultists
safe here before.
that enhances the flames of
Should have pushed that man.
the surroundings. So I was wondering if I could chuck that into the fire. It's the whole satchel of it.
Why is man
They haven't-
said
They are yet to set those people on fire.
The pit.
Yeah.
The pile?
The pile.
Can I roll damage?
Once they
on
do, they'll
Chase?
start throwing people at you. Don't get me wrong.
So they're going to start it now or later?
They're going to start it when they feel that it's necessary.
where is my D20?
So can I bardic inspiration him?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And so, from me to the city gate, how far is that? And there's the bunch of hobgoblins in the middle. How far is that?
About 90 feet.
Okay.
So there isn't like a major fire yet. Are there any?
Oh, no, no, no.
buildings?
There are several flaming buildings.
Okay.
Like, the air is coated in smoke. You can't breathe that well to that extent.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
The town hall has yet to been set on fire. Yet to be set on fire. But that's
So-
mostly because it's
Das ist
almost
mein
entirely
Name.
stone.
So I'm going to make a
This is a D20.
athletics.
And if I make a few small continuity errors,
yeah.
I'm sorry, folks. I don't take as many notes as maybe I should.
So I'm going to be using an athletics check to
Sitting
run as close to the city
in a
gate as I
box.
can without encountering
In a cage.
hobgoblins, like
In a
around one of the
hobgoblin
sides or
ship.
something.
Okay, so you're gonna like
in a
football
box.
style
In a
duck and
hobgoblin
weave. All right, make an
ship.
athletics check.
Sitting in a box in a whole goblin ship. With a one who thinks
Drink your booze, dwarf.
14.
14's a success.
Okay. It's about how far did I get?
You're halfway there. You're 45 feet.
Okay.
But the hobgoblins are just behind you, and now all of them, you have the attention of all of them.
How close
one of them-
behind me are they?
As one of them points at you and shouts orders in Goblin. The rest of them raise their weapons, and one of them, and each of the four holding torches throws a torch into the pile.
The pile's on fire.
Oh.
How close are they? The closest is within 15 feet.
Okay, behind me.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, as the pile is starting to become a bit lit, so to say, 420, blaze it. Gotta have that
This
shout
is
out.
being
Sorry,
filmed
Swagger.
On 420, by
So-
the way, folks.
Yeah, sorry, Swagger, I had to.
What
Um,
horrible calamity have you done over there?
And so, as the pile is
He's
going
trying to kill
to be growing in flames, I'm going to, before I book it, I'm going to throw my satchel of red powder onto it.
Okay, all of it?
I mean, I don't have it in an individual thing, I don't think.
All right, well, you could just like take out a handful and.
Is it like on your belt? Or?
Yeah, it's like on my belt.
All right, you're just gonna throw the whole thing
Just a
at it.
little-
Why not?
Okay, what kind of check is that gonna be?
That would, I would think it'd just be like a attack, like, not obviously not an attack, but like just a dexterity.
Choose a skill.
Okay, sleight of hand. No,
All right,
not
sleight of hand. Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. 12.
I'm checking the
12.
player's guide to see what
You fail.
I fail?
Yep.
Okay.
The bundle goes flying sideways into one of the buildings, and it bursts into flame, which although it provides a distraction for the hobgoblins,
Same effect.
Yeah.
they spend more of their time looking for you, like trying to track it down rather than backing away from the point of impact.
Yeah.
So it was both a success and a failure.
Now
One
I
of
can go
them-
in that direction.
Seeing this, takes out his own small pouch and mumbles a few words and then holds his hand out, and a small ball of fire sprouts from his fingertips and goes flying into the gate, setting both it on fire and killing about the 30 people that were hoarded pushing at the gate.
So our exit, my
Their
exit.
screams of agony will torture you in your sleep.
Me?
We aren't getting
Both
sleep.
of you.
We aren't getting sleep anytime soon.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I've got a big hat anyway. I'm good. I'm set.
What hell is
Big,
Kung
was
Fu
it
saying?
purple hat? Big purple hat with many feathers.
Sure. Next thing.
That's what I'm wearing.
Next.
What are you doing next? Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to set a timer.
Okay. Well, I was going to try and start
For you
heading
to complete this challenge in total.
as that fire is going. How big is the fire?
The fire?
Yeah, that of the
Well,
building.
it surged up momentarily into like this huge plume of fire, but now it's back down to regular size.
Okay, so
The timer is for 8 minutes.
so
Okay.
that means that I'm going to. Should I run? I'm gonna do a perception check on the building to see if like I could run through that because that's just like a plume
All
of
right, go
smoke,
ahead.
Oh wait. Yeah, 3.
and that would be an 18.
18, that's a success.
So I was just looking to see like if there's a path through the
You see
fire.
Nitsune duck into this building and weave through it, and then in the shadows, you see this familiar figure pop out the opposite side and begin to run towards the docks. I
Can-
presume you follow suit.
Yeah. If I can get through there.
All right. So, as you're both running in this direction, you get within about 10 feet of the docks before a larger 2-story inn falls down in front of your path, leaving you with a T. Hobgoblins rush down from one side. The city guard rushes down from the other. You can go back, but that'll only lead you into the bonfire. You can also use spells during this with an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna check out my spell.
I'm gonna straight up start climbing. Wait, is it burning in?
Yes, it's
Oh
burning.
no. So it's a T, and you could head back or. Are there any side buildings you duck into maybe?
The one directly to your left is collapsed, but the one directly to your right has only started to flame. But you can only see the one entrance.
One entrance. So, do we go through? We could try and
Let's go into that building.
go into that building.
Go
Okay.
into that building.
So would that be what type of check? Because it's slightly on fire.
If we could, if
Just
the
a wee bit.
wait, if
Just a
the
wee bit.
if the hobgoblins are coming from one way and the city guard from the other, if we could make stealth checks to try and sort of slip out of view in this.
The building fell over here, so we go into
Oh, there is
towards
a
the building.
window on the hobgoblin's side. So there's the door on your side, and then there's the window from like the side of the T that the hobgoblins are charging on. So if you wanted to, you could go in the door
Oh.
and then wait and then jump out the window.
What about the direction that the inn had collapsed? Could like
That's
it's,
right in front of you.
okay? Is there any?
It's about 15 feet between you and that.
Is it just a wreck? Like there's no.
Oh yeah, it
Okay.
like fell sideways into the
Yeah,
middle of
it's-
the main street.
so
So
like,
Alex, you want to make stealth? You got 5 minutes,
Yeah.
10 seconds left.
Yep, stealth check. So the inn is right
Roll
here.
stealth.
Hobgoblins, city guard, and we're ducking into
Yeah.
this house.
Sorry.
Okay,
You must have patience,
Um,
young one.
stealth check.
Roman, do you have any powder? Do you have any of the fire powder?
I have green extinguishing powder.
Okay, that's what I thought.
6.
Natural one.
6.
4. You're plus 2.
Shucks. Okay. You duck into the building. One of the hobgoblins notices you immediately, and a small branch of them runs up. One of them throwing their shield against the window as the other one kicks down the front door.
Okay.
So we're trapped in the building. Is there? So we're like at the top floor type thing.
No,
No,
you're
no,
at the
we're on
bottom
the
floor of the building.
What?
You're at the bottom floor of the building. You see flames starting to creep in from the top left of your vision, the hobgoblin kicking down the door in the bottom right.
Okay.
Of course, villagers constructed this building, so the wood isn't particularly weak. Or you could
Yeah.
attempt a spell, or you
Yeah.
could attempt athletics to burst
Do you
through
have, do you
the
have a really
hobgoblins
nice
that are
spell
here.
that you could use right now?
I have Arms of Hadar, so I could kind of like charge out there and just.
Or can you push them all back and keep them from getting in the door?
I was thinking about that.
Or you could use it to break down the walls.
That's what I was thinking. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know if I could use it to like push the inn.
If you can use it to climb up the thing of the inn, climb up the.
Do you want to use? There isn't enough. There's only like one enemy.
Oh, okay.
So
No,
I'm
no,
gonna-
there. This is like 5 guys that are.
Yeah.
at the door.
Yeah.
I'm just the one in front.
not sponsored.
Okay.
3
So-
minutes.
Arms of Hadar. I'm gonna bust down the wall. Try.
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Cool.
You have 1 more failure before you fail.
You can add 3 to any one of these rolls. You
Okay.
realize
Well,
that,
I'm gonna
right?
add it to that. That's 19.
19 succeeds.
Okay, no
You're
more
using
bardic
Arms of
inspiration.
Hadar to.
What?
Arms of Hadar to what?
Bust down a wall to
Okay.
try and escape through.
So you run away from the side that's catching fire, and you summon the will of Mishambor. The unholy tentacles burst out of you, flattening this wall into the building next to you, and even knocking down parts of it. The hobgoblins are too caught up in the chaos of the guards that are charging at them to actually notice what's going on, as the guards slam into their rear flank. You two are left with another open exit and a path leading towards the dock.
Head towards the dock. I mean, that's gonna be our constant. Okay. Head towards dock.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay?
Make a check,
Make a check.
or do we not?
Mm,
You're gonna have to make some sort of check to progress.
Do we have athletics?
You need
We've-
2 more
we've
successes
used-
or 1 more failure.
we've used.
You want to use an athletics because you've only used it once.
Yeah, we should do an athletics. Yeah, we should both do athletics checks. Are you
do
good
it.
with athletics?
I'm not good at like. That's
Okay,
what I'm
then
telling you two.
you do acrobatics.
Okay. So.
And don't forget that Ben has an inspiration.
Oh yeah. Alex does. I thought Alex did.
I
No,
don't.
I
I used mine.
One of you does.
What?
One of you does
Okay.
from helping Chase make his character sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, you would.
Well, I did a 19 on an acrobatics to try and get out.
Okay.
And
Now
now
I'm
it's up
going.
to you.
I'm going to roll my.
So-
What is it? The athletics. 15.
A few remnants of the broken guards that the hobgoblins have trampled in their charge here notice you and begin to lift spears. Nitsun manages to distract them by delicately flipping over their polearms and then knocking the tips off of them. They're not exactly well-made instruments.
Ooh.
He still has the arms of Hadar outstretched from him.
Oh,
and they- yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So while he's doing that, you manage to just slip right past into an alleyway leading towards the dock.
Just run.
So, the dock is within 15 feet. You can see the black waters slosh across the sky as the moon of the night brushes down against you, and the flickering flames bellow out from you from the buildings that are still on either side.
So
How big is this ship?
It's not one ship. It's about 6 or...
Is this the ship that they're on?
This is, yeah, there are
Okay.
about 8 smaller ships. You can't tell which one they went on. Because this is a smaller river.
Oh.
A man of war would not fit.
Yeah.
Should I could do a investigation or a perception to try
Yeah.
and.
Yeah. Let's do an investigation.
Okay.
Oh, that's the timer.
You're about to
Cookies.
make a
Did
roll.
already.
What?
Cookies
You're
are
about to make a roll.
Yes.
So this is success or failure. You
What?
have 1 more in each.
Okay. Oh, there's a timer up there. Thanks, Swagger.
Oh,
Thanks, Swagger.
sorry.
You're the coolest.
So we're gonna make it. Okay. So it's gonna be in perception.
Sure.
Okay. 20, non-natural.
Success. What are you looking for exactly?
Looking for a boat of the size that would hold a brig.
Okay. You notice one boat slightly larger than the others, and you notice the hobgoblin captain with the gold trim armor marching onto the boat. You see the footprints of someone in a heavy plate mail accompanied by smaller, lighter footprints of perhaps someone who could be a caster or a spy. This immediately stands out to you as there are these small portholes in the bottom deck, and with your unholy sight, you see that same white glow of the magic that your patron despises.
We have to
You-
save. We have
you
to save
are-
them, but
To the docks, and among these things you spot guard patrols among them. You lead Meldor through the guard patrols and into the night water.
I think I can swim. Probably.
Fine.
Anyway.
So, as
How-
they were doing that, Lee and Vincent, what were you two doing?
We have been formulating plan to escape.
Which is
I'm gonna try to break these cuffs.
make a strength athletics check.
He's doing that. I've told him that is not the way.
No,
What'd you roll?
a 5.
Yeah, no.
I said that was not the way.
I'm just thinking of that video. I can break these cuffs. You can't break those cuffs.
I shall do perception
What?
check.
I'll show
on
you later.
Arcade.
It's a good meme.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good meme, I
What are
swear.
you looking for?
Nothing.
what?
I mean, well, what are you looking for, not what do you find?
We did it.
I'm looking
done
for
here?
any locking mechanisms or escape routes. out of
There's
Arcade.
like clearly a padlock on the door. That's it? You two don't try anything else?
I have no abilities that can help me here.
Didn't think we'd get this far.
All I have is drink and my wisdom.
All right.
I have no lockpicking. I am no longer a thief. I have left that life.
You can try any of your class abilities on
You
these
are
as
really
well.
drunk and wreck, aren't you?
I'm gonna lay on hands that padlock.
None of my class abilities fit.
I have.
Try flurry of blows on the cage door.
I highly doubt that would work,
He's
and
gonna
I
be playing
am
up
too
this
lazy
bad.
currently
Or
to
on the
waste.
small wooden cages that you're in.
Oh, they are small and wooden.
I don't get any new class features
I'm
from
going
level 2,
to
right?
use.
So you got negative on perception.
You don't get those skills yet.
I'm
So
going to
you are
harness-
both in small wooden cages that have metal gates.
Now with that understanding, I'm going to harness the mystic energy of Ki.
Just a second. There are piles of rags in the back of each of your cages.
Can I wrap my hands with those
They're
rags?
covered in oil, so that if you misbehave, one of the hobgoblins can just stick his torch in this small hole in the side of it.
Who keeps torches on a boat?
Can I cover my hands with these rags?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cover my
Even
hands
with
with the
the
rags and
structure,
use the
Not
mystical
like a
energy of
flare for a
Ki
candle, no.
to use fury blows
Flaming torch.
to knock through our cages.
I need some more wood.
Okay.
There is no roll for
Make
this.
3 attack rolls.
Campfire.
That's what
It's
flurry
really
of blows
cold
is.
at night.
It's just attacking, but more.
Attacking but extra. Oh, jeez, why do you have to be so extra?
Chase is extra.
Like that German
I mean,
show that
it-
we're watching.
So, as they're doing this, the boats separate themselves from the dock and begin to float downriver.
10.
Let's,
10? 3 attack rolls.
Oh.
Those are not.
what are you doing?
Yeah, there.
Attack rolls are d20.
No, not for this.
Yes.
Yeah, wait, no,
always,
no, no.
100%
Not
of the
damage,
time.
not damage. It's
Attack
yeah,
rolls.
okay.
Rolling 2 hit.
Well, 7.
And you add your dexterity and your
10.
proficiency bonus.
This is not going well.
So you have what?
What do you add
What's
to
your
that?
dexterity modifier?
34.
4 dex.
34.
He
Four
added them all
dexterity.
up.
No, no,
modifier.
no. My 3 rolls added up together.
I don't
It's
need
34.
the total. I need each individual.
Oh.
You're attacking
Seven,
3
Seven.
times.
We have okay. So an 11, 14, and a 21.
Okay. So, using mostly your feet, you manage to kick up the 3 wooden planks that go on top of your cage, and you hear the nails rattle to the floor
Oh,
as your cage is left roofless. You really still don't have enough room here to stand up, but you have enough room to escape.
Can I leave my cage?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the cage. And is
His key
Vincent?
is in the middle of the room, about 15 feet away. The key to both his cage and his manacles.
Can I go grab the key?
Yeah. You want
Going
to
to.
unlock his?
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Vincent, your cage has been unlocked.
Thank you. I wiggle out of the cage.
Okay.
There's no need to wiggle. I open the door.
You can hear. He still has to wiggle. It's a dog-sized cage, and he's a human-sized human.
Well,
what's
humans
he
should
wearing?
be
What
small.
armor are you
Make
wearing?
door.
Splint mail.
There's no way you fit in that cage. Let me tell you.
Big dog.
Humans should be
Large.
small.
Maybe like-
dwarf. They would not have
maybe like
these
a ward.
problems.
Like a warg.
Okay. You hear the chatter of hobgoblins on the deck of the ship,
I ready my martial arts powers.
the kind that you know better than to deal with.
Oh no.
No, this is when you cast Bigby's hand and it just smashes the boat in half to sink the boat.
I love being a magician.
Roll to cut the boat in half.
Is that really a magician at that point? That's to say, you know what? I feel like it.
You know what's even better?
Bigby's crushing hand.
No, 5th edition has better Bigby's rules.
Really?
Bigby's hand than Big One.
Anyway,
I need to look into that.
Alex.
what are
Right now.
I see player's handbook page monk.
Wait,
What
are our handcuffs
are-
undone, or are we just out of the
Download it.
cage?
You're out of the cage.
The internet.
Handcuffs still on?
No, yours are off. His are still on.
Oh.
The captain of the ship has the keys for your manacles, Chase.
This is B to the yes.
Alex and Ben,
Yes.
what are you two doing?
Swim up to the ship, hold on to those portholes.
Yeah, like stealth.
Okay. I want
Hold on.
both of you to make stealth rolls
Oh no.
You'll be
with
fine.
disadvantage.
8.
6? No, stealth. Oh yeah, stealth attack 6.
Okay. Both of you fail your stealth rolls.
Expect.
Splash, splash, splash.
Yeah, you wade pretty thickly into the water and catch the attention of several hobgoblins. What are you going to do from here? The ones on the boat haven't noticed you yet. They're too busy trying to cast off.
Oh yeah.
And then the
But
one
the ones on the
water.
shore
Yeah.
are beginning to run for their ranged weapons.
Just keep swimming for the boat.
Yeah, just keep on going after the boat. That's all we can do.
Okay, make athletics checks.
I apologize, whatever I roll. Oh, I rolled a 14.
Alex?
Can I have an inspiration, please?
Sure.
Okay. There we go, that's better. Yeah, that's 6.
6. So a 14 and a 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nitsune manages to drag you along, which you feel great shame for, until eventually you reach the side of the ship. The
Good
hobgoblins
luck.
stop for a second, nervous to fire at your captain's ship. And before they have the opportunity to act, you feel shadows embrace the ship around you as you disconnect from the port and begin to sail down the river.
Shadows.
Should I do an Arcana check? Or
Sure.
religion?
You're welcome
religion.
to attempt. It's a spell.
It's a spell.
You're welcome to
Oh,
attempt
yeah,
to
yeah, I
recognize
know.
the spell.
That's a 25.
This is passed without trace.
Ooh, this is a.
This is
So-
the time where we take our axes and start hacking into the side of the ship.
This is the time that we
Um,
set it on fire.
So
No, do we want the ship?
We might want them.
you hear a group of 3
We
hobgoblins
actually want to
speaking
save them. Anyway.
speaking in Goblin to each other above board. Do any of you understand Goblin?
I only know
And I'm
Orcish.
speaking to the whole party when I say this.
I do not know.
I only know Orc.
I know how to read it though.
I don't deal with languages.
You don't deal with lesser animals?
Like people?
lesser
No, like
beings?
it's talk. I don't, as a player, I don't really know like what's the best way to go with languages. So I haven't done
There's
languages.
less a best way to go. There's just,
Whatever you feel your character should do.
yeah.
Dwarven
It's
and
one of
Elvish.
these things that's like more role play than it is important. Because there's going to be a situation for each different language, and there's really no way for you to know unless I tell you.
There's no real meta.
So they
Maybe
speak
Elvish.
for a while before one of them speaks in a much sharper tone, and you two recognize this as the captain that was speaking. I suppose you two would as well. I want both of you to make 3 more athletics checks, attempting to stay connected with the side of the boat as it begins to pick up speed.
No, I'm done. I rolled a
What'd you get, Ben?
5, 4, a 4, a 1, a 4, and a 2.
Okay. I rolled a 7, a 9, and a natural 20.
Okay. You begin to lose your grip, and as your fingers, more and more as the river goes by and by, the waves push you off. But just as you're about to lose your grip, something gives in the ship, and this like python is pushed out. It's still enough in the ship that you can use it for a hold, though. So you immediately grab onto it, and you're given almost a perfect way to keep hold.
So it's like a. This is a pretty ramshackle ship.
Maybe.
If just a bit just came out of the
Built by
side.
hobgoblins.
It ran into a rock.
Oh wow, these guys are great.
A lot of rocks.
I guess depth charts aren't a thing.
Many rocks.
He got
They are taking a
very,
man-
very lucky.
They are taking a man of war down a river.
No, this is just like a.
A sloop?
Of course it's damaged.
Not even
It has
that, is
Vincent
it?
Thornton in it.
It's like a sloop.
Okay, so it's kind
It's a
of like.
sloop.
The man of war down the river, that was a much wider river.
Okay. That makes more
It's
sense.
like the mouth of the Mississippi.
that makes
Yeah.
more sense. I was like,
That was like the Mississippi. This is like a tributary of the Mississippi.
yeah.
Alex.
A 4, a 2, and a 15.
Okay. You manage to grab Ben's foot as you fall off. Ben is proving to be quite the athletic. And I think as they are flailing to even stay connected with the ship, and you two are basically in a doomed position while Chase is messing around on his phone, we are going to end this episode of the Dire Wolves Den. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll be back next week. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll be back in about 8 minutes. Either way, we'll see you next time on the Dire Wolves Den.